Ghanatube so yeka ensema ekoso dia na ubenya ni na efri channel we so for my science atena sibi no we say ensem bi ekoso ewo the four corners of Ghana entempa sundimechi na yenkoti ensem na yembra.
Now, back in Accra, the immediate past Chief Executive Officer of the National Buffer Stock Company, Addo Hanan, and his wife are reportedly still in the custody of the Economic and Organized Crime Office, YOCO, days after the arrest over alleged financial and procurement irregularities. Now, sources indicate that the couple have been unable to meet their bail conditions set at 60 million cedis for Hanan and 30 million cedis for his wife. The New Patriotic Party has criticized the bail conditions, describing them as a covert means of detaining the couple despite the legal provision for bail. Now, joining us in studio is the Deputy General Secretary for the New Patriotic Party, Haruna Mohammed. I'm grateful to you, Prof, for coming to see us tonight.
Thank you, Jazz.
All right. Now, we know that, bail conditions are usually set according to the gravity of the alleged offenses. So why is the NPP saying that this is a deliberate ploy by YOCO to keep Hanan and his wife? It was similar to the Wuntumi incident. You raised similar concerns.
Thank you very much. I will say good evening to your cherished viewers and yourself. It's no more getting funny any longer. I think that the government is on a path of destruction, and the human rights people, the civil society, the media has to wake up. What the NDC is doing will definitely plunge this country into chaotic situation, and if they don't stop it, I don't think that is going to yield any good results for them. The president pretends he doesn't see, he doesn't hear. What on earth? We have all seen arrests that has been made in this country for one individual to be charged 60 million Ghana cedis on bail condition with two sureties justified. Then the wife, 30 million with two sureties, one justified. What at all? What crime? Did they break into the Bank of Ghana vaults?
Yeah, but as it stands, we don't know the alleged offenses. We don't know how much is involved in these alleged crimes. Easy,
but it is this bail condition, it is a strategy to keep them in there. But whatever be the case, whoever is doing that, power is transient. People should speak out. The civil society should speak out. There will be a day, definitely, the MPP will come to power and the NDC will go to opposition. The president should not close his eyes to that.
Is it concerning that YOCO makes arrests? We are not even informed about these arrests and the alleged crimes that these people are, alleged to have committed. This happens quite a lot. We just hear from, reports that somebody's been picked up. We don't get any formal communication from YOCO.
Yeah, there are many people who are been picked up unknowingly, and even sometimes party officials are not aware. There are some that we decide that we handle that within the remits of the law, unlike Alhaja Hanan's case. We were prepared to mass up to go to YOCO, just as we did for Wuntumi. The lawyers gave an advice that we should hold on. So the National Youth Organizer had put in plans for us to get our party supporters thrown in, but these advice from the lawyers had to stop all this. But behind the scene, the party and other faithfuls who have been following up this case, we continue to follow. The lawyer in this case is the regional chairman for the Upper East region, which is lawyer Anthony Namo, who is following up this case and ensuring that Mr. Hanan is given the right hearing. But for me, what I am seeing is that this political persecution has to stop. The NDC is not interested in prosecution, and whoever is in charge of YOCO, whoever is putting up this particular arrest, whoever is identifying that, whoever is doing it must stop, because this is not going to yield anything for our country. 60 million, what at all? 60 million justified. 60. What is it?
We're told they have three young kids.
Yes,
do you know their whereabouts and how they're coping?
Now nobody takes care of them. 3 years, 5 years, 9 years. These are, I can say they are all infants. Who takes care of them? The wife was not a government official. The wife was not involved in any official activity of state. It was the husband who was the CEO. You pick the husband. The wife comes in, you pick the wife. What sense does it make? Women lawyers, civil society, the media. This is not getting funny any longer. This is completely a political persecution. If they think that Honorable Hanan had fall foul of the law, and you think that the 48 hours has elapsed, and you don't have any evidence, you want to keep the person, go to court. Prepare the person, go to court. If you don't have the evidence, you can't go and arrest him. Make your case, send him to court, and let's meet there. You can't continue to keep him there and wants us to keep quiet.
Okay.
I don't think that this is going to yield any good results. But what we keep on to assure them is that even 100 years, the NDC will get out of power. Whoever fails to speak should not condemn the MPP when we is doing the worst.
On the subject of arrest, we're picking up information that former Gihog boss Masogo Finjuma has also been picked up. Are you aware?
Yes, that was the information that I got. Before I came in here, I've called a couple of lawyers to get some feedback on them. And because I have not gotten a very definitive feedback on them, that is why I'm very careful in veering into those particular matters. But we got that particular information. Okay. Even the GRA, is it Amishadai? Yeah, so all these cases are very unnecessary. If the NDC so thinks that they want to prosecute, they should prosecute in court. If they want to persecute, then they should continue to persecute in the public domain. But they should remember that one day it will be the turn of the MPP.
Let's just focus a bit. I mean, next year, January, you're holding your presidential primaries. Some leaders of your party hold the view that you should have held the national executive elections before you hold the one for the presidential primaries. What's your own view?
I think we have digested and landed on this particular matter.
Okay.
The date that has been fixed for January 31st elections is a constitutional matter. The National Council of the party in Article 13(1) is clothed with the power to take the decision to have the elections of the presidential candidate either early or later. So it is the decision of council, which is a shall in the constitution. The National Council can decide that, okay, we want to do an election 3 years before the elections, or want to do an election 2 years. But the constitution says that not later than 24 months. So if the National Council is taking a decision on a date of election, it is not about the election, okay, but it is about the specific date that the election is going to happen. If 31st is chosen as the date for the election, you ask yourself, what is the composition of the delegate at that time? Has their tenure of office expired? If their tenure of office is not expired, what you would do is that you are using that particular delegate system to go for the election. No matter what, whether they have done it before and they have to do it again, it is the expiration of the delegate system. Once their mandate is still available and you do it and you decide to do again, you will continue to use the same delegate system until their tenure of office expire. So for the date that has been fixed, it is not about us going down to start. If you look at the structure of the party and you look at Article 5 of the party's constitution, the presidential primaries is not part of the structure of the party. Parliamentary primaries is not part of the structure of the party. So they are stand-alone elections, which can be done at any point in time. Okay. And that is why when an MP dies and you have to go for what we call by-elections. If an executive dies, you don't do a by-election. We use the constitutional process to do so. Okay. So you can elect 3 MPs at a time if the MP either incapacitated or the MP passes away, or the MP, per the provisions of the constitution, cannot exercise his duty. You will still use the same delegate system too. So time of expiry, the expiry date of the delegate system is what defines where we should, which delegates we should use. But for the time is defined in the constitution.
There are so many high-profile endorsements flying around for the various candidates. Is the party not bothered that this could deepen the cracks in the party, or is this is normal political campaigning?
We issued a statement last Friday where we cautioned members of the party, including the flag bearer, those potential flag bearer people, potential presidential primary candidates who wants to vie for positions. We've also issued letters to them. We're calling them for a meeting on Thursday, and on Thursday we'll have a very lengthy discussion which will be bordered on this particular declarations, and then also campaigning ahead of opening of nominations. So we want to handle this very maturely. We want to ensure that these candidates and their supporters will be able to work through and work with the party to be able to put everybody on board. I think that we can only achieve that if we are able to do it with much maturity and creating a level playing ground for all of them. So after declarations, I don't think that it is good. I call on members of the party to stop and desist. Nobody is banning you from supporting one candidate or the other, but we must do that with much respect and decorum.
All right. Grateful to you, Prof. Haruna Mohammed is Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, joining us here in studio tonight.
You are with your form, and I was some woody mechi, and my quote and some no bio with me, Aja on comment or comment section. Now, Major Bread, I can kind na Eddie am of aha, ye Ghanatube so open, simply say 80, the name amount win fee. So, over subscribe, and I hit notification bell no Eddie amount of fair. But for snowy, men I'm say Eddie and every Mississippi, my crown.